It's TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Super7 TMNT Ultimates Wave 1 Foot Soldier. The last one of the Wave 1. I had a look at all the other ones. And I want to cap it off with the loyal Foot Soldiers from the Foot Clan, which are robots in the cartoon show. And this is what the original toy was based on. And the entire TMNT Super7 Ultimates line is based on the toys. You can slide this stuff out and get a look at what's inside. You got the Foot Soldier, you got the TMNT logo, all kinds of weaponry already looking great. You got the busted up wall, kind of reminiscent of the old school boxes. Bio in the back, Shredder's right hand mummy. Actually a very good description of it. I always kind of like a little bit of Frankenstein feeling from it. But anyway, enough of the box. Let's have a look at the figure. Right into the size comparison. As you can clearly tell, he does have some size over the NECA and obviously over the original Playmates cartoon. But since we have these two on deck, it's the exact same color scheme. So they did stay true to what the Foot Soldier is supposed to look like. Obviously this is a 2-in-1 from NECA, therefore it has a different paint job and a little bit of different detail, paint tabs on there. So I'm not really comparing the two because it's supposed to be a different thing. Here we have the turtle, and I think this is pretty much accurate because the Foot Soldier, as we've seen before, they are really hunched over like that. Basically, he's already a little bit shorter than the turtle, and all the turtle figures back in the day had their knees a little bit bent, so it would line up absolutely with that. Now the actual size in centimeters, again I have him all stretched out, which he shouldn't be usually. He stands out at 18 centimeters and goes up to pretty much 7 inches tall. Look and detail of the figure. Yes, this is a Foot Soldier. Hello! You got the foot detail on the head, which is molded on, not just painted on. It is pretty shiny, as you can tell. Then you have the yellow eyes and the purple going on all throughout. Well, the mummy look as it's set on the box, and yeah, I guess I do agree. Then you got the purple around the neck. This is soft plastic, not as shiny. And then the main problem I have with this one really is the plastic. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but the plastic here seems damaged. Also on the back, you have like this big side, which it looks like it's kind of rubbed off or scratched off, or I'm really confused about that one and I don't really know what, so why. Also, the soft plastic really has a little bit of a different look, a little bit of a different color over the torso and the arms, the hard plastic obviously. Then you got some more detail. You got the pads over here, which all have like a dry brush dirt effect, which goes over the figure in general. Some parts more, some parts less. There's like a ton of it on the pants, but I'll get to that. Nicely textured bandages all around the figure on the arms and the chest, the torso area. Now the paint over here, there's some small, still gray parts, which I guess they couldn't really cover up the gray, which is weird. The color on all the other ones was pretty good. Didn't really have an issue with that. Just over here with the Foot Soldier seems to be a bit of an issue. Now down to the pants. As I was saying, they look a little bit shiny, like more shiny than the rest of them. I feel like there's a little bit of a metallic tone to it, and then the entire dirt effect. And just some dry brushing, just some black parts. More bandages on the feet, which are purple, and this one's black, which is correctly painted. It should be like that. It looks kind of weird. You would think would have the same color because it's the same bandages, but no, it was the original figure looked like that. So overall accurate and good looking. Now what I don't get about this line is the constant change in articulation, and it looks like the best went into the Foot Soldiers. Anyway, you have the big ball joint in the neck, which is a bit distracting from the mold, but it does work, it is functional, goes up and down, side to side, all the way around. Then you got a big hinge in the shoulder, very, very stiff action on both sides, also can rotate around, and then you have a bicep swivel, something that Splinter and Vector Stockman didn't have. Simple hinge in the elbow, can also rotate it at this point, pretty much all the way around, and the hand is on another hinge back
foot and rotation in it. Got nothing really in the torso, but the hips have a swivel. I say swivel, there's a little bit of wiggle motion, but it doesn't really do anything. Legs move out, legs move forward, legs move to the back, a little bit hindered by the, I guess, butt mode. Doesn't really have a butt. Also can rotate over here. And then the simple hinge in the knee. And then there's a swivel over here. And the foot pivots side to side, goes forward and to the back very nicely. So, for your accessories, you have Ninja Stars, which I keep in the box because just Ninja Stars have like a nice metallic paint job, and you got those with all of them, one except for Baxter, I think. Because he's a scientist. Why would he need Ninja Stars? Then you got the weapons rack, the classic stuff. Got the all these weapons on here, which we got again in a colored variant. And this is just for display, really. I mean, you can take this apart if you want to, but I would not recommend it. Then you got a gun. Simple gun. It looks good. It looks accurate. It looks like TMNT has some more dry brushing, more dirt effect on there. Just like with everything, whichever the hell this is supposed to be, whatever this is supposed to be. Has some nice detail on the top. And then you got this rope thingy. And the handle with this, again, thing. It was a weapon that came with the foot soldiers actually back in the day, but I never really figured out what it was supposed to be. Soft-ish thing which you can drape over his shoulder, so you can carry this around. And you got the big gun, like the big rifle, plasma rifle. Has the little bolts painted over there. Nothing else really. Dirt effect going on, just like all the rest of it. Oh, there's some more detail on it. And you got a knife. Which, as you noticed, a lot of this stuff is a little bit bent to hell, and that's a little bit annoying. And you got open grabbing hands for your guns and whatnot. Really wide open. And fist hands. Classic stuff. And then you got kind of these chop hands, which also have like open hands, which, I don't really know. I'm not really sure about this. And then finally you got these kind of pew-pew hands. I'm just gonna call it pew-pew hands. That's what it is. He goes pew-pew. And it's gonna do it. It's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this foot soldier figure. And it's pretty clear that this one is the second best figure from Wave 1. Surprisingly, because I don't know, it's just a foot soldier. The main thing is, as I said with all these Super 7 TMNT Ultimate figures, I don't have any problems with the mold or the paint job. All of them look very, very clean. There's not really anything to complain about. I mean, the dirt effect might seem, you can say it's a little bit random if you're really looking for reasons to complain, in my opinion. So, I don't have any trouble with that. The only thing that really changes from figure to figure is the articulation. And it's the best here, and it's the best with Raph. Those two are definitely the best of the line because they have all the joints. Well, they have the most joints, really. You have like the bicep swivel and whatnot, and heads move pretty nicely, and really just, they get it done. Splinter and Baxter, on the other hand, you know, Baxter doesn't have an ankle rocker. Baxter has problem moving around his wings. Baxter has problems moving his head, and Splinter didn't have a bicep swivel. But other than that, yes, I do recommend this foot soldier, obviously, because it looks fantastic. He has a good size. He's a really, really well representation of the old toy. Comes with a lot of cool accessories. And honestly, I'm kind of bummed out that I only got one because they're sold out everywhere. But anyway, I'm happy I got this one, and I will recommend it if you can still find one. And, you know, have a look out for the next couple of waves, because so far, my final verdict on this figure is get it. It's a great one. And my final verdict on the Ultimates line in general, Wave 1, is I'm pleased, but I'm kind of confused about the lack of articulation for some characters. That's it. That's really it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the foot soldier wants. Like a couple of brothers. Why are you only at one of them? It's supposed to be an army, idiot.